And welcome to the Rebel Radio podcast, the podcast name that Log forgot. No, I'm just kidding. It's an inside joke there. But found at the rebelradiopodcast.com, in case you didn't know, Log.
Okay. Who are the hosts again?
In all podcast apps. Oh, and you asked the host with the most, who is speaking now. His name is Mark. And I'm joined by
Budget Jason Statham.
complete fucking budget, Jason. The Asian sensation. Long.
The beast from the east.
It's Ragtime Tran.
Ragtime Tran.
So, the two best co-hosts a guy could ask for. Oh, see there. I gave you some props.
Oh,
like it.
Nice.
I like it.
Finally, some glazing.
Glazing.
Watch the glaze talk. That gets a little weird there, man. But
Some glazing. Glaze us some more, please.
What kind of glazing we're talking? There's certain kind of glazing in certain movies. That I'm not doing any of that kind of glazing,
Glazes pay us compliments. That's what it is. These kids call it nowadays.
Oh man, I think I've given y'all plenty of compliments over the years. And we got the 500th episode coming up. We'll get some glazing going in that one. But I thank you fellas for sticking it out all these years.
No problem.
And, what is this? 488 or so? I think this is 488. So 12 episodes away. Sometime in mid-June, we'll hit 500 episodes. Pretty cool. Assuming we don't take a week off or for some circumstance or whatever, mid-June, late June, we'll hit 500 episodes. Pretty cool. No idea what the movie's going to be yet. We'll figure that out. Got some ideas floating around my head. I have been thinking about what will happen on the 500th episode. Maybe we'll even get Frank on the show. Who knows? The one-time co-host that did about 100 episodes or so.
I like it.
And bring him for his unique insight. We'll just say that. We'll see. We got some time till that. We got lots going on until then. We've got some movies to cover. We've got Comic Palooza coming up, which I filled out the thing. We're accepted, and I let the powers that be know at Comic Palooza that I'm not making an absolute promise that me and Matt will be there, but we may try to swoop in Saturday morning, do a podcast, and swoop out. That could be the plan because I've got things going that weekend, and I know Matt, you have something going that weekend too. So we'll see if that happens or not. But we are accepted in the program, so we have a spot if we choose to take it.
If you choose to accept it.
So that could be coming up, and finally summer movie season is going to be upon us soon, and it's kicking off into full swing with a couple of new trailers this week. We got a first full trailer for Supergirl. I don't hate the trailer or anything. It just felt kind of like I don't know, man. Like when James Gunn released the Superman trailers last summer, I was really like hyped and excited. This one just feels like another superhero movie. Is that bad to say? My excitement's not really super there for it. That was an intended pun, super there for it. I mean, I'll go see it, but I'm like, just kind of like, I don't know. I wanted more for the second trailer. It felt just like an extended version of the first trailer.
That makes sense.
It felt punchier.
Yeah.
Punchier. Did it though?
Yeah, it did.
Maybe the one shot.
I watched it without any sense of bias, so yeah.
I mean,
I felt it was snappier than the first two teasers.
Someone mentioned that Miley Alcock felt generic and plain. I'm like, well, what do you want Supergirl to look at? She's supposed to be big breasted, super hot chick. I mean, that's the whole idea with Clark Kent and Kara Jor-El is that they look like us and they fit in. They just have superpowers.
Maybe they're comparing her with Melissa Benoist.
Yeah, maybe so.
Maybe.
She had to lead the TV show, so
right.
You have to have a lot of that Riz, as youngsters would say it.
The Riz.
To carry an entire TV show for 4 or 5 seasons.
Right.
Yeah.
That's fair. I mean, yeah, because I think she looks fine in the role. Uh, got a good
Well,
look
and
at
then
Lobo,
the Calais or Sasha Calais
something
from
like
the
that. I
Flash
thought she was.
movie.
I thought she was awesome in the Flash movie.
Yeah,
Probably one of the best parts of the film, along with
yeah,
Keaton as Batman.
yeah. And despite what's his name's oh, the Flash, what's his name again?
Ezra Miller.
Okay,
Ezra
Ezra
Miller.
Miller. Yeah.
Despite his weird antics or controversies, I was able to disconnect that and like enjoy the movie as is, and
Right.
I thought it was a fun movie.
Yeah.
So
No, I agree. But yeah, I think Supergirl. I love what's his name? Jason Momoa as Lobo looked pretty cool.
He's going to work out. I like it.
he wants that role, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, he wanted it. It's interesting they went with a practical look. It doesn't look like a whole bunch of prosthetics and makeup. You know, it just kind of just hair. It looks like hair plugs and follicles to make him give the Lobo hair, which is kind of cool. He's obviously jacked for the role because he's always been a pretty jacked guy.
Mm-hmm.
So that looked pretty cool. But I definitely see you were talking about how the comic it's based on is kind of a road trip story. You can definitely see those elements in the trailer. It's gonna be like a road trip type movie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
and a revenge movie,
right,
for the little girl. So,
but
well, I could tell you that the dialogue is a step up from the freaking Tom King original graphic novel, because the writing style, Tom King's writing style, is very pretentious. Like, so it's like, oh, good, leave some of that pretentious writing style in the comic book, and
yeah,
give that James Gunn snappier dialogue, please.
right,
Yeah.
yeah.
If you ever read the original graphic novel, you'll know what I mean. So,
And that's a good point that I was thinking watching the trailer. I know it's not directed by James Gunn, but man, it sure felt like watching a James Gunn movie trailer. Watching it, like he definitely has his stamp on it. I'm sure he was very active on set and producing from the music to the look of it to, like you said, the snappy dialogue. Yeah.
What was the competing trailer?
The other trailer came out this week, Master of the Universe.
Yeah. Oh, right.
Came out the same morning. It came out early in the morning. The Supergirl was later in the day. Yeah, Master of the Universe to me just looks like a ton of fun.
Yeah.
It's like the toys come to life. I'm sitting there watching it like a big kid, like, oh, I have that toy.
Colorful.
Or I have that toy. Castle Grayskull looks awesome. We get to see Skeletor speak, and I don't think people need to be worried about Jared Leto in the role. I think he looks awesome.
Jared Leto, Skeletor?
Yeah, he's playing Skeletor.
Are you serious? Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
He's a huge He-Man fan. He wanted to be in the movie.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know the guy's name who's playing He-Man. I know I've read people complain that he's too young, but they want to build a franchise here. It's okay to go young so you can have several movies with the guy over 10, 12 years. Sometimes they start, like Robert Pattinson is going to be fucking 44 by the time they make the Batman Part 2.
Yeah.
It's like, you can't build a franchise with a guy in his late 30s, early 40s. I have no problem with He-Man being younger to build this, if we want to get a trilogy out of it or whatever. I think it's fine, and I think he looks the part. He looks like he looks like He-Man. See it, man. I just like the simple moment we're seeing Trapjaw with this arm thing, and that was awesome. It was like a live He-Man character come to life.
Yes, definitely a very colorful movie.
Yeah,
which I appreciate instead of the dark and gritty, washed out color palette that movies tend to go towards. So
no, it kind of reminds me of a throwback to 80s, 90s, just sci-fi, fantasy, action films. Just I think it'd be a really good time in the theater. And people have complained that they don't like part of it takes place on Earth, but He-Man's original origins do have Earth ties. So I have no problem with them using some of the old origin tales like that. It's fine. Wait, don't judge the movie for the trailer. Like Matt did last year with the Superman trailer. Matt kind of judged the movie, then he saw Superman. He's like, okay.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Yeah,
this is true.
Yeah, he was like, oh yeah, well, Ben Shapiro said it was a terrible movie, and so I believe what he says.
Yeah, I was like, whatever Ben Shapiro says is what I think.
And then Fox News is like, "Oh, this is not my Superman," and Matt's like, "Yeah, whatever Fox News says."
They're like,
No,
I would rather watch Brandon Routh. You know,
no,
I'd
you'd rather watch Dean Cain.
Yeah, I want to watch Dean Cain. That's the real Superman.
He did say those things long. I remember.
No, I know Matt
Tom
doesn't
remembers.
really like Dean Cain.
Matt, you didn't say much about the Master of the Universe trailer. What did you think?
Yeah, I didn't say much because I actually missed it.
Oh, you fucking.
I did.
Well, it's a kind of an interesting thing, though, Matt. You didn't grow up with He-Man, so your feelings are probably like, right?
Well, I would see like reruns because you'd have the like Cartoon
reruns.
Network, and yeah, they'd have like the Hanna-Barbera like show, and they'd have things like they have like older cartoons. I'd see She-Ra. I remember I'd see episode. I actually saw more She-Ra than He-Man, which was weird. And I said, but you know,
I watched She-Ra when it came out. I didn't care. So
I just, whenever I was growing up, I was more into, the real Ghostbusters.
For this one back because I watched She-Ra too.
Yeah, there we go. We're all in it together. Ninja Turtles, Power Rangers, all of that was my jam. And while I enjoyed He-Man, just like with Transformers, I was late to Transformers. Whenever I was old enough to remember, Beast Wars was my first animated Transformers series that I watched. They'd have it on in the mornings at daycare, and just watch it. And I always remember Optimus Prime as the what was he, the Rhino?
Optimus Primal.
Yeah, Optimus Primal. That's right. And then the Raptor was Starscream. Sorry. And I think Bumblebee was the rat, or the mouse. I forget.
Yeah, it's been a while since I've seen Beast Wars.
No, it's the rat's name is Rat Tat or something.
Yeah,
Rat Attack. Yeah, Rat Attack.
Rat Attack. Yeah, and then
Megatron was the T-Rex, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they made Megatron a badass. That's right.
Beast Wars was great.
Yeah, it was fun. Definitely dated graphics. Watching it again,
right? But it's really well written. It's like a really well written cartoon.
Yeah.
It was one of the first cartoons it's one of the first cartoons I remember that had a continuity to it. Like, watching a live action like the X-Files there or something like that. There were things that would happen in Beast Wars in the second, third season that took place in the first season, which I thought was really cool.
Yeah. No, but yeah, there's just a little bit of a disconnect there for me, just because of the timing. But I do respect the power of Grayskull.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. For me, I was pretty faithful with the He-Man, and then freaking real Ghostbusters came out, and I just totally forgot about He-Man. So
the 80s, that era long was the golden age of cartoons, man, for us.
Yeah.
It was always something great to watch. I mean, we had fucking RoboCop and Rambo cartoons. How lucky were we to have rated R cartoons?
Yeah. Hey, yo. I remember that. But the Rambo cartoon was, it was all right.
Yeah, it wasn't great. I'm just saying.
Yeah. G.I. Joe was my jam, too. I liked G.I. Joe.
Oh, yeah. G.I. Joe.
I mean,
knowing is half the battle.
Fight for freedom whenever there's trouble. G.I. Joe is there.
You could wake up one Saturday, man, in that era and watch Transformers, G.I. Joe, He-Man, Ninja Turtles. Then we go into the 90s to Spider-Man, Batman, the X-Men. I mean, what an era.
I remember my reaction when I first saw the Turtles, right? And I looked at it. It was like, what? What is this? Ninja Turtles? What? Okay. I was like, oh, I'll go with it. This is so weird, but yeah.
So good, though.
Yeah.
Man, so Maul, the new cartoon that comes out next week, has already been picked up for a second season. So, I mean, it's a no-brainer. It's Dave Filoni and crew doing what they do best, making an animated Star Wars show. I'm sure they have pretty good faith in it. So let's go ahead and pick it up for second season. I'm looking forward to it. I will have to watch it next Tuesday because I'm not going to be home Monday night when it premieres, but definitely be watching it because I'm going to Monday Night Raw on Monday next week.
Oh, nice.
Or this coming Monday. Yeah, what day is it? We're recording Thursday. This coming Monday, I'm going to Monday Night Raw. So yeah, it'll be out the same day you people hear this podcast. The new Mall series will be out, and you can get involved, folks, because it's already got a second season. So there. Because I know that's the thing with streaming shows now. People kind of like, yeah, do I want to invest in something that might only get one season? We've all done it. There's not one of us that have not watched a show and been disappointed that it only lasted one season because you invest your time into it.
Yeah.
And now it makes you sometimes a little leery. Like, do I want to invest my time in it? So, and I'm looking. Unless there's other news I missed. Yeah, not much. Project Hail Mary is actually doing pretty good at the box office. I'm gonna have to watch that when it comes out streaming.
I heard about that.
Yeah,
I wanted to watch Scream 7. I know it's getting a little redundant now to some people, but I still strangely enjoy the movies that come out from that franchise.
Yes, but I saw on your Prime account, sir, that you let me share. You bought the whole Bloody Affair of Kill Bill.
I did check that out.
To have to partake in that probably over a couple days since it's 4 hours and 20 minutes long.
Yes.
So
it took me a couple days to watch that.
Yeah, I mean, I know there's not much differences other than there's scenes are in color and then it blends it together in the new anime sequence. So.
Right.
So it's not really like a true director's cut or anything. It's just both movies together, and it's the colored version instead of the black and white version. So, and then did they add the scene with the with like the bad guys, the extra bad guy scene that she takes out? That's the only other scene because in my bootleg version of it, it has that extra scene in it.
Yeah, and the Crazy 88, like part of that fight.
I have to go back and look. I don't want to say it wrong, but there's an added scene where she takes out these like extra bad guys in a different sequence or something, and it's added on the bootleg I have. So
okay, I'll try and remember.
But the bootleg I have does have the full color version of the Crazy 88 scene. So
yeah, that's there.
Yeah, which that's existed for a while because all the overseas releases had in color. It just was the American version. So you could buy an imported Blu-ray or DVD from overseas, and you could have watched that years ago. So that's been available. This is just he made this seamless 4-hour version available with the new anime sequence. So yeah, that he would show it private screenings and things like that. Because apparently it's even different than because he did the Alamo Roadshow screenings apparently were different than this version too. Like I think the Alamo Roadshow versions didn't have the anime sequence. It was just the 4-hour version.
Okay.
So there are some differences for what I understand. This version is a version that he showed privately to friends and stuff that had the anime sequence, and now obviously the whole world can watch it. So. Wonder when he's going to get around to making this apparently final film. I don't know.
It's a lot of buildup. It's like a lot of people think they're going to have a Kill Bill Volume 3, but I don't think so.
You think he's nervous? He's like, because he told me I'm going to do 10 films and he wants to go out with a banger,
Yeah. I'd be nervous. What would you do? What do you finish with,
Right. I don't know. Yeah, you're Quentin Tarantino. I'm sure you'll come up with something. Yeah. I still always thought his Dirty Dozen remake sounded like a great idea, but he moved past that. So.
Yeah.
That stupid rule of arbitrarily doing 10 films is so stupid.
Yeah. Hey, he's done more films though than some. Like what? Terrence Malick has only done like 5 films his whole career.
Yeah, but Terrence Malick is lame and pretentious. Yeah. I mean, it's beautifully shot films, but
if you like long shots of trees.
Yeah, they're more like visual poetry type.
The thin red line.
Yeah.
Good Lord. We're sitting through the thin red line.
How do you make World War II boring?
Yeah.
It's like especially in the Pacific Theater where, I mean, if you ever seen that HBO show, The Pacific,
right?
it makes Band of Brothers look very tame by comparison on what the Pacific Theater, what they went through fighting the Japanese. You know, but
Right.
anyhow, both are hell. So
Yeah.
in their
No, I
own
know.
ways. So
But that's it, man. That's all for the news. Guess we get to some things we watched. I mean, I know I started last week, but I'll start this week because it's been such a short week since we recorded. In fact, been busy with baseball or whatever. I've really just played Red Dead 2 most of the week. Haven't really watched anything. I have things on my list I want to watch, just haven't. I mean, I haven't even watched an anime episode this week. That's how lame I've been. I will take the lameness award this week for not watching jack shit.
Man.
So hopefully somebody brought it with something.
Well, like I said, like Mark, you mentioned, I did watch Kill Bill, the whole bloody affair. You wanted to watch something, even though it was, it's not new. It's
Right.
something that came out.
It gives it like a new feel to it. But does it? But that's my question. Does it feel new, or just feels like a cut version that's really long to sit through?
It felt like just watching both movies together, just with updated color and
Right.
but it's obviously a really good film. Nonetheless.
And I've said before, I like Kill Bill except for the first 20 minutes. I don't like the first 20 minutes of the film.
Book.
Yeah, I don't like any of that stuff with Buck, or she's in the hospital wiggling her toes, and Tarantino's obsession with feet. I really do not like the first 20 minutes of the film.
Yeah, it's a little awkward, especially he's just like, yeah, here's some Vaseline because she gets drier.
I know, it's gross,
and I'm like, ugh, like, dude, the pussy wagon thing is funny, and then she brings it up later, because in part 2, she meets with the guy that runs the pimps, or that pimp that runs all the hoes down there where Bill lives. And he's basically like his father, and he compliments on her car, and she goes, "Thanks, my pussy wagon died," and and so it just brings it up again. But yeah, I forgot. I guess I forgot that she grabs Bill's brother's sword, and that's how she fights Vermouth in the Copperhead. That's why she that's how she fights off Copperhead. I always thought she got her sword back, or never got it at all, and only got it after she took out her eye. And it's like, so I had to, part of me was just, watching and remembering just how those action scenes unfolded again.
I mean, we did it not that long ago. We called our podcast Kill Bill, the Whole Bloody Affair, even though we just watched volume 1 and 2 the same week.
Yeah.
I wasn't, maybe a year and a half ago. Wasn't that? I don't think it was in 2025, but it had to be in 2024. It wasn't that long ago.
Yeah. It's definitely one of those movies where, like, I remember the gist of it, but it's not like Terminator 2 where I can close my eyes and play it in my head.
Right.
Every quote.
And that's the thing about like Tarantino films, okay? Like, people always say, "Oh, Kill Bill is my favorite," but they don't remember anything from Kill Bill except for the Crazy 8 scene. But yet, you remember a lot more from Pulp Fiction, Reservoir Dogs, because it has scenes that stick in your head.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even just the dialogue from those scenes, or from those movies, especially Reservoir Dogs, the dialogue is, what makes the movie, I feel like. But yeah, that I bought Scream 7, but haven't watched it. I'll probably watch it tonight and talk about it next week.
Yep, that means it'll be streaming in 2 weeks since Matt bought it.
Probably.
That's a Paramount film. It'll probably be on Paramount Plus in a couple weeks, folks.
It could be.
You heard it here.
I'm like the guy who washes his car and then it rains. Like, if you want to know when it's going to rain, just look for me. Whenever I wash my car.
Especially for a movie that got bad reviews. I can't believe you fucking bought it.
It made money. It made money though.
Yeah, lots of movies have made money.
Is Sonic Paramount?
Yeah.
Yeah. Sonic is.
Huh. Okay. Well, whatever.
And then I'm late to the game watching Invincible. But I did watch the first episode of season 4, this latest season. And then next week The Boys comes out, so I need to hurry up and get caught up on Invincible so I can watch The Boys.
Speaking of Robert Kirkman,
yeah.
Did you hear about, like, in the Transformers comic world, Robert Kirkman is writing the latest Transformers comic series, and I guess just a lot of people are dropping it because he promoted Elita 1 into Elita Prime, promoted her, and basically uh, told Optimus Prime, who gave up his matrix of leadership, gave it to Elita Prime, and he's now just called Optimus instead of Optimus Prime.
Dang.
Is IDW still doing Transformers comics?
No, it's Skybound Comics.
Oh,
So,
that explains why. Skybound sucks.
yeah. But what happened? But the first arc of the series was written by Dean Walton Williams or whatever, and that was a really dark start. But it's like, oh, I need to give Optimus Prime a hug because this guy's suffering. You know? So, but it was really, really, really well done. The first 24 issues, but yeah, and but yeah. Anyways, that's kind of a tangent. Matt, are you finished?
Basically, yeah. I'm done.
I didn't want to interrupt you if you were still having other things teed up.
No, you have four, sir.
Well, besides that comic book revelation I told y'all about, I finally have Transformers the movie.
Oh, you know that?
In my collection. Never owned it.
Dude, you're not gonna believe this long. I have the first Blu-ray release, and I have that release.
Oh, really?
Because I have this thing. Okay, I also have the originals. First DVD release. I also have the 25th anniversary DVD release. I have the VHS release. I have this thing about having multiple Transformer movie releases.
Oh, really? That's cool.
Now, I don't go as far as buying the 4K versions, but I have the Blu-ray.
Yeah. It was $10. I'm just going to spend extra $20 for the 4K.
Right.
And it's animated.
Yeah, especially animated 4K. You don't really notice the difference all that much.
Yeah. 1080p animated is just pristine in my opinion.
And here's a fact: the 4K version of the Transformers movie apparently is not even correct because they use some sort of format to make it look like 16:9, but Transformers movie is not shot in 16:9, so it makes it look funny in 4K. So so you're better off getting that Blu-ray because it has the correct version.
Yeah, I'd rather watch. The only thing I like as far as animation is probably CGI on 4K. Right. Because you'll notice a difference.
Maybe some newer animation too.
Yeah,
because of the way it's shot digitally, but older animation for sure.
Yeah, and I bought the Marvel collection, the Marvel X collection on PlayStation, and played a little bit of it before we logged in. And I was playing Captain.
Collection.
Yeah, the Maximum Collection.
We've been playing. Oh, I should have mentioned that. I played that too. We got it. Yeah.
Yeah. I played Captain America in the Avengers Arcade. And he's like, yeah, man, hit it up. So it's like, we could both play the X-Men arcade version if you want.
Yeah, me and Wyatt got on X-Men the other day and beat the whole thing.
Oh, cool. Yeah, it's a short game, I'm sure.
Yeah.
What character did you play?
I used Cyclops, and he was using Wolverine.
Oh, okay. I guess I'll play Storm.
Yeah, so we it was fun. Yeah, I forgot we did mention that or Michael bought it for us on the PlayStation. So we were playing.
Too bad the X-Men arcade game's the only one you could play online.
Right. And then some of the Super Nintendo versions on there aren't 2 players too. So it's really just the Captain America, the X-Men game, there are 2 players.
Yeah, and the Maximum Carnage game I think was co-op as well.
Right.
So check that out a little bit, and then just surf to YouTube, really, And I finally did kind of mess with one of my collection items, the God Jinrai Masterpiece, and the chest armor didn't fit properly, and I was like, a little pissed off about it. It's a pretty expensive item that I bought, so I might just sell it on eBay. I'm so distraught over it. So, but yeah.
Don't blame you. No. I'm going to leave the floor with you, Long. I'm going to let you introduce today's featured movie and summarize it because when we were going through this list, so we're doing a month of movies none of us have ever seen before, which was difficult to do We came up with 4 movies, and this was a movie that Long brought to the table that he picked, and we all said, yeah, we've never seen it before. So I'm gonna leave the floor to you, Long, and let you introduce the film and summarize it.
Okay, this movie came out in 1973. It's called The Sting, starring Robert Redford and Paul Newman and Robert Shaw. And anyone who's a Jaws fan knows who Robert Shaw is. Quint.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. And with a very good Irish accent, I say. Well, he is Irish, so
Yeah.
so. Anyways, basically the premise of the movie is a con artist who is plotting a revenge against an Irish mobster for killing his mentor, and he wants to get a big score out of it too. So he enlists the help of Paul Newman's character. I forget the name of the character. What was his name again?
Henry Goddard.
Goddard.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. It's a weird last name.
Yeah.
Henry Goddard, who's a former con man, but very experienced, and so they hatched this very elaborate plot to rope in. What was Robert Shaw's character's name again? Was it Mickey? No. That's the racial slur.
Doyle.
Doyle. Donegan.
Lonergan.
Yeah. So, anyways, it's a 2-hour movie. We spend the first hour and 30 minutes set up and just getting to know the characters, and it really hits home in the last 15 minutes where all the setup starts paying off really quick in succession. And but yeah, they basically set up a fake horse racing circuit,
Booking circuit.
circuit, yeah, to fool Doyle. And they end up getting $500,000 from Doyle, and yeah, that's how it ends, really. But yeah, I have to say, I'll be honest, I was disappointed with this film.
I mean, it's a Best Picture winner, which
It's
is
a Best
wild.
Picture winner. Yeah,
It is. I don't think it's a better film than its predecessor or its successor
yeah,
as far as Best Picture goes.
yeah. But my first impression, I mean, there's a lot of setup. Don't know. I think I probably enjoyed Kelly's Heroes a little bit more. Because there was some interesting characters in there. But I do like Paul Newman and Robert Redford's characters in this. I did like the 2 double twists at the last 15 minutes was well worth the setup. Because I was also kind of half paying attention, but I made sure I was following the plot, and if I did miss something, I would rewind it a couple of seconds to make sure I caught it.
Mhm.
So, but that last 15 minutes, I don't know if that was the reason why it won a Best Picture of the Year, or maybe it was just
I don't know what it
very
went up
good
against.
campaigning.
Yeah.
I'm actually looking that up now.
Well, it's crazy because this was a super hot script in Hollywood, considered to be one of the best scripts ever written. And lots of people wanted to be in the film. And it's got a great cast. I'll give it that. I mean, Robert Shaw, Paul Newman, Robert Redford. A lot of great character actors in this that we've seen in films before. So it really is a good cast. It's extremely well acted.
Yeah.
I'll give it that. I'm with you. It took me a bit to get my focus, to stay. I paid attention enough to know what was going on, but I couldn't really engage myself in this film. Because it starts out really kind of quickly paced and lots of characters introduced. I'm like, wait, what's going on? That's why I texted you guys. I must have missed that it was a fake bookie. I was confused. I thought maybe Paul Newman's character owned a bookie. I wasn't sure what was going on. Then I realized, wait a minute, this is all a con.
Yeah.
So maybe it worked in that sense. Maybe it fooled me too.
Yeah.
So I'll give it that. But I felt like it's 2 hours and 10 minutes of setup for a 12-minute payoff, and which is a good payoff. But I was just like, that's it. I also felt a little bit like, oh, I watched all this for that.
Mhm.
I mean, it's a satisfying payoff, but it's like, I don't know. I guess I have to realize this is 72? That it's a different type of filmmaking back then. I'm not, nowadays it would have probably been like a 30-minute payoff with lots of multiple twists and spinoffs and things. Yeah, I don't know. That's my initial reaction to it.
Yeah, it's a very cool movie. I'll give it that. Like an old, like the old school.
It's got two cool fucking guys in it, Robert Redford and Paul Newman. It's going to be cool.
Yeah. And they're very cool guys. They're very I feel like Redford is this like Brad Pitt kind of guy. He's got the charm. He's cool. He's swaying the ladies in the film, even though
it's like watching DiCaprio, and not to bring up Tarantino again, but it's like watching DiCaprio and Pitt in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Just two cool dudes. Yeah.
Pretty much, man. And then Shaw, of course, who has fought sharks. He's been King Henry VIII.
Man,
he's been a Bond villain.
I don't mean to keep interrupting you, Matt, but he's just one of those guys that's just like he's kind of like a Marlon Brando or something. He's just good on screen, delivers it. It feels effortless. He doesn't have to try hard.
Yeah, it took me a while to realize who I was watching on screen too, because it's just the accents.
Yeah.
I guess maybe if he was like shark in the water, maybe it would have just
but he brought that same intensity for sure.
He did.
Yeah. Okay, so the nominees that Sting was competing against was American Graffiti, Cries and Whispers, The Exorcist.
Oh, The Exorcist.
A Touch of Class.
See, I would prefer watching American Graffiti over Sting.
Yeah, I've never seen American Graffiti.
I've seen it once. I mean, it's George Lucas. I watched it one time. I remember really enjoying it. I'm surprised Matt's never. Have you never seen American Graffiti, Matt? Because I started stuff in it.
I started it once. Harrison Ford, right? Harrison Ford's in it. Yeah.
I mean, he's a small part of it. It's not like a major role, but yeah.
Yeah, I remember starting it and then not finishing it. And I just need to. I guess I need to watch it again because yes, it is a old school hot rod movie. And I remember them being in a drive-in eatery type place, and then they're like, "Hey!"
So you said it's not as good as its predecessor. What the year before, the year after? That
Godfather and Godfather 2.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
which I've never seen those.
So I would say, not as strong as those two, but the film is like you said there's a lot of twists. Like I didn't know like who killed the first hitman after Redford was going to leave the diner with the lady. He goes into the sewer and the dude just gets shot, and you don't know who shot him.
Well, he did blurt out the name. He said Scatini. Scatini, what are you doing here? And then he gets shot. That's what he said. We never saw the killer, but that was part of the twist at the ending.
Yeah, that the woman was actually
Scatini.
The bad guy. Yeah. And so I didn't realize like whenever the guy with the silencer or suppressor pulled up behind Redford in the alley, I thought he was going to shoot him, but he shoots the girl, the waitress, and she was actually a hit woman. She was going to kill him. And then I was like, man, what's going on? I was like, okay, so I was like, who is who? Like, who's on what side? And then, it wasn't really Redford. It wasn't really Johnny crossing Henry. They were just in it together. And then the FBI guy wasn't even an FBI guy. They just fooled the cop.
See, that fooled me. I didn't realize that they were in on the con either. I was like, oh, that was pretty impressive.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Redford sold it too. So,
and then now, to me, do you feel like Lonigan was a little too trusting for a guy who's filthy rich?
Yeah,
like he really let these guys come into his lives pretty easily, and like he does. Robert Shaw does a great job where he stares at them a lot, like he's sizing them up. But he never, if I remember right, he never questions once, like, are these guys legit?
Well,
he has,
yeah. So
numerous times,
yeah. He placed the small bet first, and then he's well, now we're going to go up to 15 grand, and so they try to convince him otherwise, but then they shut it down real quick. You placed your bet too late, And but
that's
the
right. So
results,
that's what that was. The intentions were of that scene. Okay.
yeah, that way they didn't have to pay him anything.
Right.
Yeah, and he was skeptical even when he first met Redford's character in the train. So there was some skepticism on his part. So
then they faked their deaths, which is brilliant.
Yep.
Yeah.
Just like in The Punisher with Thomas Jane.
That scene where the FBI just comes in and then Newman didn't say anything, he just shoots him. He just a long pause. It's like, and then you see in Newman's eyes, it's like he's acting like he's, oh, the gig is up. Oh, you ratted me out. Without saying that, you just kind of read his acting, his visual acting. It's like, bah!
Mm-hmm.
And they used
Just shoots
cherry
him.
juice or something to make it look redder.
Yeah, it was very red.
Yeah, instead of using the classic red molasses or whatever they use in movies, they use like cherry juice because they wanted it to purposely look like fake, like a con.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, the last 15 minutes deserves a lot of conversation for sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, that scene where Scatini, the lady assassin, gets killed. It's like, whoa, what's going on here? That was shocking.
That was shocking. I didn't expect that to happen. I thought Redford's character was going to eat it at that point.
I haven't seen a lot of Redford movies where he's younger. I grew up with him watching, The Natural and what's the one with Brad Pitt, the Spy Game, which is really good. And of course, he's been in the MCU, so I'm not as familiar with him. But as a young actor, he's very charismatic. Very good, man. He's just got like a charisma about him on screen. And working with Paul Newman, who we know has been one of the best of all time.
I can't imagine him playing Han Solo or Michael Corleone in Godfather because his
Redford?
name popped up. Yeah. He was like a major contender for both of those roles.
I could see him as Han.
Yeah, I could see him as Han.
Yeah.
So, no, he's definitely had that it factor. Didn't Redford? He just passed away last year, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
A few months back. That's right. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I remember him in he was in Disclosure, wasn't he?
Yeah, with Demi Moore.
Yeah.
Jack Nicholson turned down the role of Johnny Hooker before Robert Redford changed his mind and decided to play it. Just saw that. Interesting.
That would have been an interesting portrayal.
Jack Nicholson
and Paul Newman in one film. That would be a cool, interesting chemistry to see.
They're just more cool guys.
Oh, look who's falling asleep now.
Well, I've had 400 milligrams of caffeine before this show, so there's no way I'm falling asleep.
I had metformin.
I'd probably be practically asleep by now. On a normal night.
I made the mistake of accidentally biting into a metformin while eating.
It was salty.
No, it wasn't salty. It was like super bitter.
Yeah.
Super bitter. Yeah.
I'd be asleep by now unless some asshole texts me at 11 o'clock at night about some guy at a Comic-Con. It's not even Arnold Schwarzenegger. I'm like, dude, I'm going to sleep, motherfucker.
I was hoping it was going to be Arnold, man. I was hoping. And then it's, the fucking
Dad
big
forgets
show.
He's at work and me and Lauren are going to bed. So, but yeah, man.
Convention. San Antonio's a B-tier convention, basically. But yeah, I don't think Arnold would show up for that.
No. So far, I'm not impressed with Palooza's lineup at all.
Yeah, me neither.
This thing?
Fishborn's cool, but
not to change the subject. We'll finish up the Sting in just a second. But they're bringing in Spanish anime announcers. I mean, could they make it more obvious what they're trying to relate to here in Houston? Which is fine. I get it, but you think anyone's going to be in line for those people? I'm sorry, probably not.
When I saw the voice actor, I was like, man, he doesn't look familiar to me. And then I saw Frieza and some other characters, and I was like, no, that's not who voiced
bringing money to your con. Because I hate to tell you, Palooza, but guess what Mexican people watch Dragon Ball in? English,
yeah.
It's like
majority of the ones here.
Yeah, majority. Not saying all of them. I don't want to be politically incorrect here, but majority of people watch it in English. So I'm like, that's ridiculous. Anyway, so the Sting. Man, but yeah, man, I was it wasn't. I don't get why it's the best picture winner. It's an entertaining film for the most part. It could have been shortened by about 30 minutes. I think this plays tighter and better at about an hour 45 than 220. And maybe it would have been a better film. I did enjoy the twist at the end, and the acting is great. Great cast. And great look to the film. I mean, it definitely has a 1930s look to it. There's some matte paintings that don't hold up when you're watching in 4K. You're like, okay, that looks fake. It's one thing about these old films when you broadcast them in 4K, you can see the matte paintings.
The soundtrack got on my nerves.
Yeah, man. I did not know that this. I've heard that. We've all heard that song before. I never knew that's what this was from this movie. That this movie made that song famous.
I was like, it's the ice cream truck song. Yeah.
Yeah, it was a bit annoying. But I don't know, man. I'll give it a B just because of the acting. As a movie, maybe a C plus. It's kind of like, it's all right.
Yeah, I agree. C plus, B minus.
Yeah.
No, for me it was probably a B minus because that it was fun seeing some of the setup and kind of wondering where it was going. Yeah. So for me, I enjoyed that last third of the film quite a bit. So so that for me a B minus. So
fair enough.
Yeah, I give it a solid B.
All right. All right. Well, before we get out of here, next week we're going to continue movies we've never seen before, and I was looking at the list. We had this one down for later in the month. We're going to do it next week though instead because I'll tell you guys why after we get off there. We're going to go ahead and cover Lee Van Cleef next week in the spaghetti western Death Rides a Horse, which I've never seen before. And I've had this on like some of my queue lists for a long time. Have never watched it because I've always wanted to because I love Lee Van Cleef. He's one of my favorite Western actors. And so I give me a reason to finally sit down and watch this because if you've never seen Lee in a movie he's not in with Clint Eastwood, he's very good. He's talk about charismatic, and we've covered movies that he's in where he's always got Clint in it with him because we've covered the Dollars trilogy and things like that. But
Escape from New York.
But Lee is very good on his own as well. He made some really good westerns that a lot of people like Sabata. That's a great western that people don't talk about. And I've always wanted to see Death Rides a Horse, so I'm looking forward to watching it. We'll cover it next week on the show. And I know you guys watched it early just in case because it was leaving Prime, and it is still available on Tubi and the Roku channel, so there are places to watch it.
Okay.
So we're going to cover Death Rides a Horse next week. And until then, the RebelRadioPodcast.com for all your Rebel Radio needs. We thank you as listening as always. This has been Mark.
This has been Matt.
This is Long.
Until next time, remember, as always, just go there and do it.